Show your enemy what a real fight looks like.
How's it going, everybody? We're back at it again. Looks like you guys really liked that COD video we put out last week. I think it was last week. So we're going to try something else new today. We're going to be trying the Lord of the Rings Return to Moria. I had a buddy of mine, he really wanted to see some of this gameplay, so I kind of thought I'd show you guys what this game is all about. Unfortunately, we're not going to be playing brand spanking new because I have been playing this for a while, but I'm kind of going to just show you guys how it works, what goes on, what the game's like. Hopefully it interests you guys into wanting to play this game yourselves. I really enjoy it. It's a great game. So we're gonna head right into it. So we got our loading screen right here. So as you can see, we are dwarves in the mines of Moria. Very self-explanatory. Looks like they did patch an update here where they broke all our statues. So that's just great. Oh, and it gives us... Okay, that's kind of interesting. So I guess I can show you guys the game by going through and rebuilding all these statues and getting all this cool stuff for ourselves. Be a fun time, so I'll show you guys my little base here. We're a little further on in the game. We're not at the very beginning of it. I'm going to take you guys back to the very beginning. But as you can see, it's still kind of a work in development. We have some FPS drops here. So there... What is this? Okay. Don't know what that was. It's kind of interesting. So yeah, they did patch an update since the last time I played, so some things are definitely different for us here, but alright. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna try and deposit some of this stuff we have, and then I'm gonna take you guys around and show you what's going on in this game. Once I figure out what the heck? That wasn't there before. Okay, let's open up this chest. Let's see. What do we need to make that key? Just bronze? Ah, we can make that. We got all the bronze in the world. There we go. We'll craft a key. There's a key. We can actually... I like having my thing that helps me see, so we're gonna keep that.
Old King Dane's letter. Why was he waiting for Durin's return? Who even knows when that'll be?
So as you can see, they do have some voice acting here. It is pretty cool. We're just gonna put away all this stuff here. So yeah, the base customization, it's not the best it could be, but it's still kind of fun. It's pretty simple, but it kind of lets you explore a little bit with how you want to build your base. They have all these different kinds of ores you can mine, which makes it a really fun time. And they have all these different collectibles you can get. And the best thing is, after a while, you can learn how to fast travel, which is the best thing ever. Why would you not want to fast travel in a game? So right now we're going back to the very beginning. This is going to be where you start off the game. So as you can see, it's kind of similar to what we had from where we were at. We're in kind of a enclosed area again. The great thing about this game is it will kind of show you where you want to build bases, and most of the time they're always enclosed. So you have that door there, all these enclosures. And it does actually make it where you don't want to kind of go out at night. So if you look down, well, you guys can't see it because my giant head is in the way. But it kind of has it where there's a health bar and a hunger bar, and it tells you what the time of day is and all those fun things. So we can actually go through, we can rebuild all these things. It's actually giving us materials that we do or don't need. Kind of really don't need it, but it helps. See, we're collecting some coal and some iron ore here. So you can see like there's these areas here where you can rebuild stuff to actually kind of have a safe place to sit at. It's kind of interesting. And then you have enemies that will attack you, others that won't. You kind of have to figure them out for yourselves. And as you can kind of tell, the map is set up in a square fashion. So we started back here where this Mapstone Westgate 1 is. And then you eventually make your way towards this big hall here. And then all the way, probably like right here, that's where we started. So I'm probably only like maybe 8 hours in, give or take. And that's where I'm at. So you can make some decent progress as you go along. You can kind of get a lot of stuff done. It all depends on how quick you want to go through the game. Like you can speed right to the objectives. They kind of tell you which way you want to go. Like for us, it says we got to go to the lower depths, and it tells us how far away that is. But if you really don't feel like speeding through the game and you want to collect everything, you can pretty much take as long as you want, but it doesn't feel like it's actually taking forever. And the cool thing, this game was made to have like 7 other people, I think. So you can play with 7 people at a time. And then you can have out your fun. You can make big giant bases. Sometimes you will get attacked by orcs, and that's really when you want to have that 7 people, but this game kind of works for solo players too. You don't absolutely need to have all 7 of those players. And as you go through, you'll kind of notice, you can kind of see it up there, there's some iron ore up there. So you'll see little pockets of ore that you can mine. You'll just have to bring out your trusty pickaxe and you can start swinging away. But then you also, as I said, you'll have those enemies that'll attack you. So as you're exploring, you might run into some orcs, some wolves, some bats. But they're not too bad. It's not incredibly hard. As you can see, whenever you drop something, it kind of just sits there. So you can see all this stone that I just kind of left behind. And you can actually, there is a vaulting system where you can vault over things. Trying to remember where I started digging. This is where I started digging. Look at all that iron ore I left behind. Oh my goodness. Well, this gives us a good time to show you guys how the mining works. So it kind of works in the same way of, what is it? No Man's Sky, kind of in how the ore generation is. It's the best way I would explain it. You can get your little miner to start singing as he's mining away. So as you can tell, our little dwarf here is oh so happy to be down in the mines, back where he belongs. And in case you guys are not Lord of the Rings fans, I will give you a little overview of kind of what the premise of this game is. So after the movie Return of the King, the dwarves wanted to go back and retake their home, or the mines of Moria. So it's their home and a mine, obviously.
Call it a mine. A mine!
So Gimli from the Lord of the Rings, he tries to gather all the dwarves in the area, or actually across Middle-earth, and brings them all back to here so they can all band together to try and go down into the mines and retake them from the goblins that kind of took it over from them and forced them out. So that's the premise of it. I won't tell you too much about what happens and how we get down here, just so you guys kind of want to go play it for yourselves. But as you can see, there's plenty of ore. I would definitely say when you're playing with 7 people, it's a little harder to make sure you can make everything at all the time when you're with 7 people. But with one person, you'll always have enough ore. Like I have so many resources that I have no idea what to do with them. As you saw, I kind of just left stone because I just had too much. And you can slowly upgrade your inventory, as I can kind of show you there. So you can upgrade it. Your inventory starts off small in the beginning, and then over time you can upgrade it with new backpacks and all that fun stuff. So we're trying to get all this iron ore here. Do I have any wood? Yeah, I don't. So you can build like some scaffolding, but unfortunately, because we don't have any wood, I can't build any to get that top area. But we can kind of just leave it for now. Is there a statue down there? I can't tell. I don't think so. So we'll just keep on going. You can see there's probably some more iron ore up there that I didn't get. But as I said, there's so much ore. For a single player, you don't need it. So we're making our way back towards where we came from. Slowly but surely. So here we're gonna encounter some enemies that will attack you. So we're just gonna take them out. And as you go, you'll start off with a okay weapon, and as you go along, your weapon will get upgraded as you discover more resources, more ores, and you get more blueprints. Kind of like any survival game. The more you the more you play, the more you learn, and then the more you can kind of build and make and all that fun stuff. So as we move forward here, we will get to the first area the first new area you'll meet, which is the Elven Quarter. You'll discover some cool stuff here. There's a lot of statues you can rebuild to learn some new recipes and all that fun stuff. Fortunately, you guys won't be able to see the recipes because I already built all those statues. They just, as I said, they patched an update, or they released an update that kind of broke all the statues, but we don't have to pay to rebuild the statues because we already built them. So, and you'll go along, you'll see these rocks that'll kind of tell you a story. You can interact with them. It'll talk about some lore stuff there. So if you guys want to read those, you can pause the video. Kind of see there's some scaffolding there for me doing some mining. And then this is kind of where you'll meet your first encounter with some harder enemies. Some iron ore up there I didn't go and get. You'll have to fight them, take them on. They're a little tough, but nothing I'm sure you guys can't handle. So yeah, as you can see, there's a bunch of statues you can rebuild. They just take stone. You can kind of see off over in front of us, right over here. There's another area you can go to rebuild and make as your little fortress or house for the area. This is actually really helpful because it's giving us some much needed resources. So I would definitely suggest, if you guys are fans of Lord of the Rings and you like the story, I definitely suggest buying this game. It's not on the expensive side. It's only $40 for a brand new release, which is, in my opinion, pretty low considering that the gaming industry seems to be moving towards more of a $70 base for most of their games nowadays. So this is definitely the cheaper side, and it's made by a company that most of us have probably never heard of. So, considering that most of us have never heard of it, it's not a bad looking game. They definitely they're definitely fixing the issues that they had in the game released, and the game is slowly just getting better and better as they release more updates. We'll say the game released on PC, I think, this month, and then it should be releasing on PS5 next month, and then I think Xbox is going to be getting this in the new year, close to the beginning of the new year. Well, looks like we actually never rebuilt this statue. It's kind of surprising, but now it's rebuilt. So you'll the whole purpose of the game is you're kind of going through Moria and you're kind of rebuilding it. Kind of gives you a sense of reclaiming your homeland, if that makes any sense. Because you'll go through, you'll slowly rebuild things that were broken, reignite things that were long diminished. A lot of fun things. We got another enemy up ahead. So the combat, it's a little basic, but it's a fun time. Let's see. I don't think there's anything up that way. So now we're kind of back to where we picked up with you guys. We'll say there is fall damage, but it's really not as much as you would think. So I'm kind of able to just drop down in some spots and not actually take a lot of damage. Like there, I probably should have taken damage from that, but I didn't. And home sweet home. So we'll go ahead and drop off the stuff we picked up, and I'll kind of show you guys the Mines of Moria, since that is where we are at. So we're gonna go ahead and we'll just make 2 of those. Deposit some of our coal here. Deposit our raw iron ore. We actually got a lot. And then we do have stone we can deposit. That's full. That's full. This is not full. So yeah, they do make it nice. It kind of has the same idea of kind of like what Grounded has for your resources. You can put them on pallets, and then you can kind of stack up all your resources, which is pretty nice. And then it kind of also does, I think I've only seen Grounded do it, where it'll pull resources from your nearby chests, so you don't have to run around and try and grab everything that you need to make something. It'll just pull it right from the chest, or right from the pallet, which is really nice. Right. We got that, and we got some honey, and we got some meat. Right, oh, and then we got those. Cool. And another cool thing, the repairing system, you can repair something as many times as you want, and it only costs one, I forget what they're called, but it only costs one of whatever it takes to repair it. And if it takes iron, it doesn't actually take iron to repair, which is really nice. So it definitely makes it so you can kind of resource manage a lot easier. There's our steel, there's our bronze. Alright, cool. We do have our meals done here. Right, So let's take off down into the mines of Moria. I think we will go... Let's look at the map here. We'll go right. I think there's going to be some more stuff that direction. So sometimes you'll see some rocks that have ores in them. They're always helpful to break. We'll go ahead and fix this damaged statue. See, now we just unlocked some more armor. Is that better than what we currently have? We have, I think, the Iron Hills one. What do we have? Yeah, we have the Iron Hills armor. I guess we'll make that when we go back. So there are, right now for me, there are some ores I can't mine because I need a better pickaxe, and I've been trying to go deeper in the mines to find the materials I need to make that better pickaxe. Some silver here. Or some tin? Tin or silver? One or the others. Tin. See, like, we can't mine that gold ore, unfortunately. Sometimes you'll come across these purple areas. Is the best way to describe them. They're yeah, I'm not sure what it is. Kind of haven't gotten that far in the game yet, but if you stand in it, it really hurts. Thankfully, we're not technically standing in it right now. Well, cool thing about this bug is it's letting us unlock recipes. I really shouldn't be getting it, but who cares? You also can run into these geysers. They can kind of mess you up. Plus, also, if you walk into water, you'll drown, because I guess in this world, dwarves can't swim. So, you kind of gotta build around it. And if you guys kind of see when I hit things in the bottom right, you'll see it's kind of like freaking out. So, this is like our danger level.
Get up! There's a kid back there!
I'm in danger!
So if it starts really freaking out, you could pose getting swarmed by a bunch of orcs. And that's, when you're playing solo, it's kind of really hard to manage. So we just unlocked some boots as well. Yeah, so we're definitely going to have to make those. That'll give us better armor. I think right now we're just rocking. We actually don't have any boots. So that'll be our first pair of boots. We can finally put some better clothes on. As you can see when we're running around, there is a stamina bar. And there's a kind of a unique way that they implemented stamina in this game. Where it, I don't know how to describe this exactly, but like you get tired as you're out longer. So you can either sleep, drink, or eat. And that's how you would gain back like your energy. It's a unique approach. I don't think I've seen any other game do that. So it's definitely different. Looks like we might be out of the things that we can learn in this area, since it is giving us iron and coal now. No more recipes. So there's a lot of looping back around to where you already have been. It's really freaking out. Some danger. Okay. So apparently we're in some danger, whatever that's supposed to mean. This is about as far as I got the last time I played. I got to here. Kinda had to stop playing for that session. So I'm not exactly sure what all is here, but it goes down pretty deep. And apparently rocks are falling. That's not good. Alright, so we can drop down here. So let's close this up. That is all the stone I got. Alright, so I can't go that way. So what's this direction? Anything? Am I not supposed to be walking on this? Probably not. Maybe up this direction. Oh, here's a statue. Can't rebuild it though. What's this? A way down to the depths, there is faint foulness in the air. A wizard searches for Thrain. I don't think I've seen this kind of stone before. Holy crap. This place is just falling apart. Okay, so apparently I can't break that. But I can go and mine this copper.
A day of toil by pick and soil, pour over ore till day's end. Way, hey, when the work is done, ale in my hand by the hearth.
So as you guys can kind of tell, the ore is everywhere, so it's not hard to find. It's more just a matter of how much can you carry before you gotta go back to your little fortress or your house or whatever you want to call it. Gotta try and get as much as we can, and we'll head back and we will call it a night, since I kind of have shown you guys all of what I wanted to show you. Just kind of wanted to show you guys what this was all about and kind of hopefully pique your interest and kind of get you guys to maybe want to play it yourselves. We'll say we are not sponsored by the people who made this game. I just really big fan of Lord of the Rings and really kind of enthralled by the game. Do we have wood? We don't. Same problem as before. Let's see if I can do this. Sometimes the mining gets a little weird. You kind of just have to sit here and let it break off what it needs to break for it to actually register that you're breaking the ore. So it does get weird at times. So like you kind of see this is floating in midair and it's taking a minute for us to actually break it. There we go. That's all we can get, so we're gonna go ahead and head back to our house. We'll try and rebuild this. I think, yeah, I do have enough. Yeah, but as I said, we've already learned everything we can learn, it seems like, so it's just kind of giving us just resources, which is fine.
Eyes up! Monsters in the air!
That's not good. What is that? Bats? Where are the bats? I don't see any bats, but we're just gonna hustle it home. Man, my guy can jump. That's not the right way. Oh, crap. That thing followed me all the way. It does get a little confusing on figuring out where exactly you're supposed to go to get home, so you kind of got to keep track. We're still in some danger. Thank goodness we have those little scaffoldings to jump on, or else I don't think we'd be making that jump. Some would say we might have to be tossed if we wanted to make the jumps without the scaffolding.
Nobody tosses a dwarf!
Almost back home. Almost there. Well guys, as we approach our final destination for the episode, I did want to make a little note. I think from now on, we're just gonna call you guys my Shadow Legion. I think that's kind of a cool name for you guys, and I think it's kind of fitting. So from now on, you guys can be the Shadow Legion for all you guys that like to watch my videos out there. So with that, guys, kind of showing you around in the Mines of Moria. It's kind of like our little what is that? Kind of our little MeTV, or not MeTV. Oh my goodness, MTV. That's what it was, right? I think that's what it is. Our little MTV cribs showing of our Mines of Moria. So, alright everybody, I will catch you all in the next one, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I will catch you guys in the next one.